What's up, ghosts and goblins? It's me, your girl, Nat, and joining me, as always, is my co-host, Katie.
Hi. That's all I got.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's about as much as I got, too. Today, we have a very special, not very special, episode for you. So, sit back, relax, because you are listening to Wading into the Void. I'm always so bad with the intros. I never know how to get from A to B in the beginning.
I'm just like, boom, 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 pow! Wading into the void.
Yeah, well, you have it all, like, written out, ready to go, and I'm just like, I have nothing, let's go.
I'm more of a storyteller, so, like, I like to connect the dots, you know?
Yeah, I'm a storyteller, too, but I like the spontaneity, I guess.
I don't.
So... I know. That's because you're a Capricorn,
Yeah.
right? Yeah, okay. You're a Capricorn, so that makes sense.
I need notes, man.
But anyways, welcome back, everyone. I feel like we took a little break, like a week
Yes, we
break.
did. It was well earned.
For mental health. Yeah, I was going to say. Sometimes we just need a break, and we're really thankful that everyone is super understanding.
Yes.
Of us.
I just realized my mother is vacuuming upstairs, even though I told her I would be recording. So let me apologize right now if you hear it in the podcast. So
I can't hear anything, so I think we're okay.
I will go give her some microaggression after this.
So we have another fun episode for you today.
Hell yes.
We have some listener stories. So today, our decks for Tarot and Oracle. We are, of course, going back to the basics. The Enchanted Map Oracle by Colette Baron Reed and the Wild Unknown Tarot by Kim Kranz. Basically, I kind of just pulled these... thinking, tell me something I really need to know.
All right.
So, here's what we got for today. I'm already jumping ahead of myself. I had the tarot book in my hand, not the oracle book.
We're all out of sorts today, my guys.
I know, I'm not used to it. It's been a while since we recorded.
It really has been.
So for today, the oracle card, we pulled the Magic Prayer. It says, speak your prayers, listen for the answers, act in faith. So we pulled this upright.
Okay.
Surprisingly.
Surprisingly.
It is a woman apparently having an orgasm of a lifetime.
She's like literally electrified, so okay.
Yes. It says, when you see the Magic Prayer card, it is a reminder that your prayers will be answered. Spirit is always wanting to help you and to heal you when you're in need. That said, the best prayer is, thy will be done through me, thy will and not mine be done. What the fuck does that mean?
If you know what that means, let us know.
It's been a long damn week. I'm stupid right now.
It really has been the longest week. Oh my gosh.
Seriously. Conscious contact with your higher power is achieved through the ritual of prayer and meditation. Speak and listen to the divine force within the field of creation. Surrender your wishes and desires to spirit. You may not get what you want, but you will surely get what you need. Your destiny awaits you. As long as you keep in conscious contact with your higher power, be assured that you are on the right path. For some reason, I cannot say conscious contact without saying contract.
Conscious contact. Conscious contact. Conscious contact.
Yeah. Damn. Okay.
It also said
so there's
higher
that.
Power and higher being a lot in there.
It did. which this is really interesting because I recently started meditating. Just from talking to my therapist, we kind of decided maybe it would be helpful for me, and it in fact is helpful. So if there's ever a time where you feel like you have too much energy, too much worry, too much this or that, take a second and breathe.
Yes. And even if you're at
breathe
work,
in
just...
and breathe out.
And if someone comes to
Seriously.
like harsh your flow, just be like, meditating.
Gotta protect myself. What was that?
Alexa.
That scared the shit out of me. What did you even say that sounded like Alexa?
Something, apparently.
God, that was freaky. I thought it sounded like a man.
I have him on a man voice, yeah.
Oh my god, that scared the hell out of me.
So a little jump scare for everybody.
Yeah, that was literally a jump scare for me. I hear, hubba, hubba, da. I'm like, what?
I don't even know what it said.
Anyways.
I was just like, okay, yep, we're doing this right now. Okay.
So, we got a couple good stories for you to... Oh, fuck. I forgot the tarot.
Goddamn!
Oh, my God. I can't keep... I'm, like, looking at the clock. I have a dinner reservation at 6:30. I'm trying to make... I'm like... Ah. Anyways, so... To our tarot, we pulled the Empress card, which is a badass card. It represents creation, nature, and the mother. The Empress is the mother or the goddess of the tarot. Her energy encompasses all that is warm, fertile, creative, and sensual in the world. Her strength comes from being gentle and compassionate, and loving without binding. When this card appears, it's pointing to either a maternal relationship in your life, or the side of you that wants to love more. The Empress also suggests it's time for you to reconnect with nature. Go outside tonight and find the moon.
It is cold. I will not be doing that, but maybe I'll look out the window.
This is another... This definitely was a poll for me. I am very selfish, guys. I seriously pulled this and I was like, tell me something that I need to know, not what the listeners need to know. But this did make me feel good because I do find myself wanting to love more, but it's hard. And, yeah.
Love is not easy.
So, no, it's
But
not.
oddly enough, I related to those as well. Because I decided at some point in the last month that apparently I'm nuts, and I was thinking about going back to school and getting my master's in marketing. And furthering my knowledge and, you know, taking the time to grow with myself and yada, 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 all the bullshit. And my work might actually pay for me to go to school. So,
yeah, that would be awesome.
I get to do some research on that tonight. But also tonight, I'm retapping into my creativity, and I am finally going to start writing my book again.
Yay!
After a long hiatus.
Yay.
Yes.
That's exciting.
I'm outlining tonight. And maybe writing some.
There you go.
So, I'm eager.
So,
we're
good.
reconnecting with
excited.
ourselves. It's important.
Seriously, I've been reading like a shit ton, which I never get to do.
This is quick, and we will go in. I have been slowly training myself. I have an Audible subscription. So I listen to audiobooks while I'm at work. And when I started, I was listening in like regular ×1 speed, you know, whatever. And then I was like, you know what? I want to read more, but I can't force myself to have more time. So I trained myself. Slowly, I got it up to 1.5 reading speed.
Oh my god.
And then that wasn't enough.
It's like if your loved one has mesothelioma.
But
it's like the side effects include death.
I have just trained myself as of today to read on 0.2 speed. And let me just play a little excerpt of something for you here. I'm sure you'll be able to hear it.
Audio presents Cursed, written by Marissa Meyer, read for you by Rebecca Soler.
What the fuck?
Macmillan Media presents to you Cursed, written by blah blah blah.
Oh my god, I could never.
I have trained myself to understand that, and I read 2 books today while I was working.
Oh my god! That's amazing.
So, am I nuts?
So good.
Am I consuming a lot of content? Yeah. Is it great?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. That's
So
funny.
slightly insane. If anyone were to, if my headphones disconnected at work, they'd be like, she is nuts.
What in the hell?
What is going on? But I'm tapping into my inner Spencer Reed from, Criminal Minds and forcing myself to,
oh my god.
collect more content in a faster span of time. But
Alright.
I think that's a wonderful segue into you reading some listener stories.
Me reading so much.
As fast as you can.
As fast as I can so I can make this dinner reservation. No. I don't want to jip you guys on the... Wait, is that a proper term?
Jip?
I don't want to...
I think so. I mean, if someone gyps you. Oh.
Does that mean gypsy?
I never thought of it that way, but that's probably definitely what it means. I don't know. Some people are sensitive to the word gypsy. I am not. But I'm also not a gypsy, so I think we're fine to leave it in.
Yeah, whatever.
If the gypsies come for us, we will
I
edit.
want the content to be there, is what I'm trying to say. I don't want it to be shorter just because I'm trying to go somewhere.
We got 40 minutes. We're good.
I was going to say, we have some really good stories today. I have a story that I wrote that's not really that spooky, but kind of, I guess. It's interesting.
I'm here for it.
Honestly, I feel like I should read the disturbing dream that we cut out. The full dream.
The kiddo one?
No, not that one. The animal hospital one with the demons.
I don't fully remember that one, but if we want to.
That one was really fucked
I don't
up.
care no more. Maybe we save that one for another one that's explicit stories or something.
Yeah. Okay. I was gonna say, because we didn't even record the whole thing because you said it was too disturbing. So.
But that was also
I
when
haven't
we
even told you the
first
whole
started
thing.
recording. And we were much softer with our content.
Yeah. We were afraid. So, I guess I'll save that whole one for another time. Sorry, Ben, you're gonna have to wait for the rest of it.
I guess I should apologize.
So, let's start. Yeah, it's okay. I'd have to find it, and at that point, I'm like, ugh. I think I wrote it down in Google Docs.
It just builds the
I'm not really
anticipation,
sure.
Ben. You can appreciate that, right?
Yes. So, let's see. Whispers 2. What's the difference between these fuckers? Sorry.
Can we keep that in?
We love a good ice pick lobotomy. Remember how much I kept pushing that in the beginning?
Yes.
Oh my lord. Oh god. Second chance rituals. I found it. I could do it.
Honestly, you know what? Fuck it. Let's
For the content. Let's just do it.
I can't believe we love a good ice pick lobotomy. It feels so long ago.
It does. We've grown so much.
So long
since
ago.
then. I still want a ice pick lobotomy
t-shirt.
Sweatshirt though. Like a hoodie with a brain and eyeballs.
If I get a promotion
and an ice
at
pick.
work and it's maybe okay for me to not do freelance shit anymore, I will, and this takes off, I will do design work for merch.
Seriously. I already have some ideas for who can make and distribute to people merch.
Okay.
And it's all in one website. You just give them your design. But anyways, let's jump into these stories because I have a couple really good ones. I have some that I want your opinion on.
Okay.
Like, I want to talk about them.
Okay.
Okay?
Let's do it.
So, the first one comes from Cam.
Hello, Cam.
Hello,
Camden.
Cam. This is Casey's.
I am
my
not
God.
your dog.
I can't talk. KT's. I can't talk, okay? I'm not even, there's no excuse for that. I just can't talk. I was gonna say, oh, my tongue piercing.
Oh,
no,
bitch, no.
I just can't talk.
For those who
So
don't
anyways,
know,
this is
Natalie's
from-
dog's name is Casey. I am KT.
Yes, my dog's name is Casey. Casey and KT.
She just has a thing
Anyways.
for, like, soft spot, humble beings in her life that start with a K and end with IE.
Yeah, that's true. Anyways, so this story is from Cam. It's a really short, simple one. This is Katie's cousin, and he is the only one who's made us fan art.
Yes, thank you.
Okay?
And it
So-
was of the Jersey
and it's-
Devil, so props
And it was
there.
of the emo Jersey Devil saying it's not a phase,
Not a
Mom.
phase.
Which is perfect. That's right in line with we love a good ice pick lobotomy, for real. So,
Agreed. Totally agree.
literally it was only 2 episodes apart.
Man,
so
I feel old.
we need somebody. I
This
know,
is
it
only
feels
episode
like
37. Think of when we get to, like, episode, like, 100. Everything's gonna
100.
feel old. Oh my gosh.
yeah. Y'all are gonna have to make like a top 10
Oh, please
of-
do. You know what? For now, do a top
of what
3.
they like. Top 3 of like your favorite sayings from us or things that we've talked about.
Put them in the Discord.
I'm really interested in hearing that. Yeah, yes. So anyways, this is what Cam had to say. He said, so basically, my great uncle, which is Katie's uncle, Doug, he thought he heard the noise of a chair moving from the upstairs of his house, and someone said he should get a
I
camera.
heard this story.
So a couple of days later, he puts a hunting camera up there, and later that night, he heard the noise again. But when he went to check the camera, at the exact time the chair moved, the camera went black.
That's the story.
Yeah.
Well, I have context.
You're about to blow him out
No,
of the
I'm not.
water?
I'm about to support him in
Oh.
this one.
Oh,
So-
okay, cool.
My uncle's house, I believe, is probably haunted. He lives
okay.
in the house that I believe his grandparents lived in.
Oh,
And
okay.
it's actually not, it hasn't always, been at the location that it's at now. They had the house moved from its original location to the current location. So there very well could be some energies if they were attached to the house, like, the fuck? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
No, I would say that's definitely probable. It is a very old farmhouse, and I believe multiple generations of my family have lived there, so it could definitely be haunted, and I remember hearing that story, so... Good one, Cam. I forgot about that story, actually, so...
Yeah.
You rung up something deep in my memories. Are you, like, hearing things? You look so confused.
The insulation in my house is so non-existent. I can hear Dylan moving the trash can from the sidewalk to the side of our house.
love it.
And I'm on the 2nd floor. You can probably hear me, like, screaming in here.
You know what? Your neighbors
From
will
outside.
probably hate you.
Oh, they probably do. I
They're
don't
like,
care.
they can hear
At least
you
I
like,
cleaned off my deck. At least I cleaned off my deck. Okay? I cleaned it off. Thank you.
they're listening right now.
Thank you. I'm like screaming to them.
What I was gonna say is they probably
Anyways.
just hear you like, she had her tongue cut off. She had her eyes ripped out.
Her ears were cut off. Her tongue was cut off. Her hair was cut off.
And they're just like,
And they're
what is
"Oh my
wrong
God."
with her?
Basically, yeah.
I love it. Okay,
Um,
Cam, I'll give your story like a solid, like, 7 out of 10, because I know context, so it's okay.
Okay, so let's rate these stories then. Now that we have one rating. Okay. Don't be too harsh on my stories.
Okay, I'll try not to be.
Or they don't need ratings because they're
I'm gonna rate
fillers.
them.
Oh, okay.
I am a critique of the arts.
I didn't read them before I'm gonna actually read
That's
them. So I just copied and pasted from like 5 years ago.
Cam is literally 14, and if he had the courage to send that in,
yeah, that's
you
true.
can get your stories rated. Cam, I give you like a 6.5 or a 7.
Cam also sent in another story, but it was from 4chan, and it's really hard to read.
I will tell you now, Cam, I appreciate the dedication, but send something in that most listeners will understand, because I am too old to understand what that means. And Nat tried to read it to me, and I was lost.
Yeah.
So if you can make it a little bit more...
If you could write it out into, like, a story or something, I will definitely read it. You don't have to find the source for me or anything. As long as you write it out into a story, I'll read it.
We just need more context.
I told him to find the source for me, and he couldn't, so...
well, just, like, fluff it a little.
Yeah, just write it out. Fluff it. Make it a story. Like, make it a you story. Like, you're taking the Canadian crawler, and you're making it your story.
Because I know you're creative enough to do so. So, do it.
Yeah. Yeah. So, thank you for sending that in. It was kind of spooky from what I could read. So, if you do write that story, I would be happy to read it.
And maybe I will come up with more context on that at some point in the future. But that's all I got for now. I just know I support that one.
Yeah. Okay, so the next one is from an anonymous listener.
Hello, Anonymous.
Hello, Anonymous. Thank you for sending this in. They said this is kind of like an experience that they had and asking us if we've ever heard of something like this. Okay. Just had a weird but cool experience. I heard my name as I was waking up, which is probably normal, and then I saw a light come on, like someone drives by at night and the light shines in. So I jumped up and looked outside. It's gloomy. There's no big vehicles with big lights driving by. So I watched this thing on YouTube, and this lady says it's normal audio response in your brain to hear your name sometimes. But sometimes it's not. And you might catch a glimpse of light if someone's trying to get a hold of you, or an angel or something is trying to talk to you.
Okay.
I was wondering if you've ever heard of that.
I would say I haven't heard of that, but I would definitely believe the lady. I mean, I think it definitely makes sense. Like, you'll be sitting there sometimes and you'll think you'll hear your name, but, like, there's obviously nothing said.
So, thoughts on it being an angel or somebody who's passed? Because I have my own.
How much of my religious opinion do you want me to share?
Religious opinion. Okay, well, what if we say, like, spirit guide or guardian or something like that? Like a higher being.
I was just gonna say that I don't necessarily believe in angels.
Yeah. So what if it's, like, your higher self or something like that? Like, trying to tell you something. Okay, so let me tell you this is not my religious opinion. This is my grandma's religious opinion. My grandma on my dad's side said that if you ever heard somebody calling your name, it's a demon.
I'd be more likely to believe that.
And to never respond to it because they're trying to catch you so that they can do nasty little demon things.
So, like, I'll drop my hot goss, okay? I don't think that there is, like, an all-righteous, holy, 100% pure God, right? But I definitely do believe in, like, pure evil. So, one time when I was in college, I had to write a report on the Bible and, like, God and how his, like, mannerisms and words and things affected, like, the Bible. And whether he was, like, an all-righteous being and things like that. And I was going through and I was reading, because I actually had to read the Bible, and I just found that I thought he was very malicious in his intent. If we're gonna source a story, I'd pick the story of Adam and Eve. He was like, thou shalt not eat from the tree of knowledge, but he never once told them what the tree of knowledge was. Yes. Nor did he give them any consequences of what would happen.
Exactly.
So, we go.
And he never warned them about outside interferences either.
And that's what I'm getting to. God creates all beings. So, who's to say he did not create the serpent to tempt Eve?
I mean, he did.
Exactly.
He created Lucifer. Lucifer was his angel in heaven. His favorite angel, the most beautiful angel.
But here's my hot take.
Okay.
And we might get flack for it. I think God and the devil are the same person. Yeah, if you have to have one being, I don't think there's a good God and an evil God. I think they are one, the yin to each other's yang, one person. Because you can't have any good or evil. So, I don't know.
Yeah.
But I believe it's more
that's an interesting take.
Energy than anything else. Like, all energy can't be good, all energy can't be evil. I just don't believe in, like, some huge higher being. Yeah, because... You know what I'm saying?
I think any flack we get would be from religious people, not in a bad way, but just saying, like, well, a god isn't the same as a human. A human can be good and bad, but a god is different because they're this higher being who doesn't have human tendencies. So I can definitely see that, but I like your theory.
But, like, my theory to go against that, I guess, would be, how do you know?
He made humans in his image.
He told you that. Like, who's to say what he's telling you is true if he is good and evil? You know what I'm saying? So I'm like...
Hot take from Katie and Nat. I do like that idea. I like that idea that demons exist and God, or this higher being, is both good and evil, because honestly, it makes sense.
I mean, flat out, he, like, tortured Eve by giving her the pain of childbirth. So, like, no uprighteous and higher God would just be like...
Just because she was naive...
Exactly.
And listened to influence, which I feel like a lot of people are victim to. And I don't think that she deserved the... consequences that she received.
When man got nothing for eating the same fruit. So it's like...
Yeah. I mean, he technically got cursed with his children and stuff like that. Oh, but whatever.
His body wasn't ripped apart anytime he bared a child.
Exactly. He didn't get his period. Like, hot take. Hot take from Katie and Nat. We discuss Adam and Eve.
That should be, like, the title of the episode. Listener stories. Adam versus Eve.
This is good for a listener episode, because we're kind of just... This is kind of what the whole thing is about. Yeah.
I mean, and Anonymous did ask our opinion, so I feel like it makes sense to share.
And this kind of, like, flowed off from it, which is good.
So, Anonymous, tell me your thoughts.
Yeah. Well, I know Anonymous, so I know what their thoughts would be.
Now I want to know. You can tell me afterwards.
Okay. All right. Oh, I think Diana did respond to me, but I don't know if she had a story. Let me check. Did you see her message?
Let me go with look.
Oh, what's this? Hang on.
I mean, I have had strange things happen in my parents' house, like a perfume bottle just randomly falling on a perfectly mirror surface, weird sounds in the house. But other than the EVP in Pittsburgh and a couple other things happen in Pittsburgh, I think that's it for the scary things. I mean, I did talk to a ghost through lights.
What? She left it at that. You left it at.
Okay, we're gonna have her send in a full voice recording of the whole thing, cause...
Yes. Because now I'm intrigued. But also, we're jumping into this before I even get to the thing, so I'll probably have to edit a lot. But she said, I have a fairy visit in my room. Trying to think of all the crazy shit that I've seen and heard. She said,
I wish I had a fairy. Like a fairy friend.
Yeah, I want a fairy
But
friend.
I also want to know if she means, like, a cute little fairy, like we're talking Tinkerbell, like, fairy godmother type fairy, or if she means, like, an Irish, like, Celtic, like, terrifying fairy who comes and lies to you and things. So I kind of want to know. So, Diana, you best let us know.
Seriously. I'm still waiting on this meteorite story.
Yes.
So now our next story is from one of my friends named Night Lurker. This is one of my friends from Discord.
Hello, Night Lurker. That's a pretty cool name.
And I know, right? Night Lurker came to me with this story from 6 or 7 years ago. So they're a little bit older than us.
Vintage.
No, not that much older. They were about 20 when this happened. So they're about 27 now.
Oh, that's like nothing.
So, yeah. I was going to say, they're like a little bit older than my
You're
sister.
Just cool.
You're just cool. So, this story, they said, is a little bit dramatized, but the core of the story is real.
I love some hot goss and some drama.
You'll notice this is like...
I said I love some hot goss and some drama, so...
Yes. This is very dramatic, but the story is... It's just written like a story, but it's real. Basically.
Okay, so it's like the Conjuring
just
movies.
so it's easier to read. Yeah. Kind of. So, I was in an old hole-in-the-wall voodoo/occult shop, browsing for tarot cards.
Voodoo?
It was the real deal. Yeah.
Voodoo hoodoo.
It was the... Who do you voodoo, bitch? Shout out to Dead Island. Love that game.
Yes.
It was the real deal, or at least they certainly made it seem like it. Even the cashier was an old black woman draped in a ratty moth-eaten cloak. Wrinkly cataracts on her eyes, missing teeth, and those that were left were an ugly yellow.
Okay.
So I was minding my business.
That's beautiful storytelling. Well, not like beautiful, but right. Write a book.
Right? Yeah, right? Oh, he is. He is writing a book.
Good! I love it. Okay.
So... Yes, so good. Such a good writer. So, I was minding my business, browsing the old tarot decks, and I hear the door open and see 2 teens wander in, chatting to themselves, joking about and poking at things that they shouldn't, and just being general nuisances. So I was picking up the tarot decks and looking through them. I noticed the teens approaching my aisle, and I see them messing with the Ouija boards at the end. I looked at these previously, and let me tell you, they definitely seemed authentic. There was a kind of gravitas about the one on display. Old worn wood and hand-carved lettering and decorative gold filigree? How do you say that word?
Your guess is as good as mine. My vocab's not that great.
There's, like, decorative gold accents on the sides. On the edges. It's basically what he was saying.
Okay. Cool.
The placard was just as decorated with images of ghosts and demons erupting from the eye.
Fun.
The hole to see the letters was some kind of faceted crystal, and the eye carving was closed, but it looked like it could be opened. I didn't mess around with Ouija, but I knew that on the older ones, you don't open the eye.
Okay.
Old boards have seen some stuff, and the stuff that they see is kept preserved, locked away like a memory. I kept an eye on the two because social situations aren't my forte, and they seemed kind of dickish anyways.
You know what? I say let him touch it then.
Yeah, exactly.
Is that bad?
So
I'm like,
didn't really want to interact. Yeah. But as I sat down the deck, I saw one of them reach for the placard of the board on display. To this day, I'm not sure if the shop owners planned this and set up hidden cameras and shit, or if what I saw truly happened. As one of the kids opened up the eye carving, the old cashier stood up abruptly from her chair behind the counter. She slowly turned her head towards the two with an almost evil grin and started laughing.
Love it.
It was a wheezy old laugh, and I could hear the fluid in her lungs with every breath she took. It was like,
oh, I don't like it.
I didn't look at the Ouija board, but I saw the two teens staring at it with a shocked, nearly petrified look.
I feel like she
A
totally
dark gray
just
mist.
did it to make them piss their pants.
Listen to this! Yes! Okay, so that's what we're conflicted about. But a dark gray mist started rising up from the floor, and I could smell sulfur in the air where it had previously been the smell of burning sage.
Shit!
Shadows flitted around in the mist, and the shopkeeper's laugh started getting deeper and deeper. Needless to say, I just fucking booked it and never went back. Still don't know if I was hallucinating, if it was a prank by the shop, or some evil shit went down, but that's my scary story.
Well, whether you, like, were high off whatever incense they were burning at that shop, or if you experienced it or not, I say that was a wonderfully visual story, and I appreciated that.
That was. So good. So
Did you say night crawler? Night lurker.
Night lurker.
Night lurker. Please write something else and send it in.
Seriously.
I don't even care if it's fake
Even
and
if
made
it's-
up. I just want to hear more.
Yeah, even if it's fake. Yeah. Write us some stories.
I want, like, a lengthy one. I know that's me being greedy, but, like, I want a lot. It was just so good.
Okay.
Oh, we didn't rate it. We didn't rate it.
Oh, okay. 10 out of 10.
Also 10 out of 10.
I would say 10 out of 10. This is definitely the most visually appealing story that we have.
It was visually pleasing. So, like, the way my brain works is when you tell me things, I can picture it in my dome piece, right? So, I could just see all of that. It was wonderful. Didn't we have another one that we just didn't rate before that, though? Oh, no, that was an opinion piece. Never mind. We
The
don't need to-
anonymous. We didn't rate the anonymous
Did we
one.
have to? I thought it was more like a question.
Well,
I give it a 7.5.
I mean, yeah, it's interesting. I'd say like a 5.
Aggressive.
No, it just wasn't scary. It was just like okay. Like, there was somebody saying hi or something.
Or maybe it was a demon.
A demon. Anyways, I have a story that I wrote myself a couple years ago. And I didn't know if it would fit for a listener story, but it's about a haunted yo-yo.
Okay.
Katie's like already done.
I just accepted it, like, oh, okay.
She's like, okay, sure. So, Haunted Yo-Yo Story by Nat.
Artist,
And this is gonna get a literal 1 out of 10.
Okay. I will be brutally honest, okay?
No, please. Please don't. Okay. The landfill smelled less than welcoming, but considering how long I've worked here, I should be used to the smell by now. The name is James Hargreaves, and I'm a trash man. I've been working at the Tri-State Albans landfill for 30 years. It's hard work, but sometimes there's rewards that you find on the job. I'm an antique collector and seller on my off days.
Okay.
Ever since the complete digitization of 2050, items from the 2000s and older have become major finds. Some items sell for millions, if not billions. All this shit around us is created by technology. Somehow these science geeks in the government figured out how to make interactive holograms that have replaced most recreational activities and items. I think it's just a bunch of malarkey. I was born in 1999, and I'd stay in the early 2000s if I could have. Converse, polos, bright-colored makeup, yo-yos, skateboards, you name it. I love that shit.
I mean, I'm right there with you, homie, so...
These digital hologram shits could never give me the joy and nostalgia that having something hands-on would.
Okay.
So here I am, sorting through junk and finding some goodies. I've been hoping to stumble on a rare find. I've been sorting through the miles and miles of trash for the past 39 years, so I better find something good. Recently, I found a lot of old totes filled with amazing things from what looked like around 2001. This might be the absolute jackpot. I hid as many of the totes as I could so not to lose my spoils.
Oh my gosh.
This whole week was spent searching through the totes to find anything special. Most totes were filled to the brim with clothing. This might fetch me a pretty penny for the vintage clothing, but there's something else of value here. On the verge of giving up, I kicked the lid off the last tote. Inside, I was met with the smell and sight of what made this time period great.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay.
A few sports trophies, a small skateboard, baseball cards, and some Nickelodeon memorabilia straight at me. Or stared straight at me. Oh my god.
You got
the person
slimed!
You got slimed! The person who these items belong to must have been around 15 or 16 years older than me. This is a treasure trove. Underneath the skateboard, I see a golden round object. I grab it and pull it out as gently as possible. It's a yo-yo.
Okay.
Wow. It's been years since I've seen a real one in person. I used to love these things when I was a kid. I think I'll have to keep this one for myself. It looks barely used. I grab the tote and bring it home to sort through the rest. The sun starts to set as I finish organizing all the items in the tote. I should sell just about everything for a pretty penny. Well, everything besides my new yo-yo. I picked up the yo-yo and started moving it around, trying to remember how to use it.
Okay.
The motions I went through reminded me of when I was young and had no responsibilities. I smiled at the thought and set the yo-yo down.
Me too, garbage
back
man.
Aching.
Me too.
Back aching from lugging that tote all the way back to my truck from the landfill. I longed to lay down and rest for the night. After a shower, I lay down and fall into a deep, deep sleep. It's still pitch black in my room when I jolt out of the bed from a crashing noise in the kitchen. I grab my baseball bat and sneak out of my room. I'm gonna hit the fucker who's trying to mess with my finds. A young man is standing in my living room. However, I think I could see the nightstand behind him. Through him. The nightstand, I could see it through his body. His body is translucent. I jump back and yell at him. He crosses his arms, taps his foot, and raises his eyebrow. Really? What are you gonna do with that bat? It'll pass right through me.
The sarcasm.
I swing, and he's right. Yeah, he's a little sassy. The bat went straight through him. Damn. Hopefully this guy is a nice ghost. What do you want? I say, stepping back a little bit. Well, my name is Connor Sailman. In 2001, I died. I was murdered. They never caught the killer, but I'm here to make sure he pays for what he did. The only thing that keeps me attached to this plane is that yo-yo. My grandpa gave it to me for my 14th birthday. I absolutely love that thing and still do. Anyways, I'm here to ask you for a favor. The ghost looks at me with what are maybe puppy dog eyes. At least that's what I think I'm seeing. I sigh and say, "What is it? I'll help you. Why not?" He smiled from ear to ear almost exactly. Well, you can start by helping me find my murderer. The end.
Not bad, not bad.
This is
It's
okay.
a good basis.
Given this is from like 5-6 years ago.
So you would have been 16?
Okay, maybe it's from when I was 18.
Okay. I mean, it's a solid concept.
It's interesting, right? I love the Trash Man.
For like a good
Card
young
games.
adult story, it wouldn't be bad.
No, it'd be good. I had the whole idea in my head, but I wanted to include it because it was goofy and kind of like, yeah, it's a ghost, whatever. But
I appreciate the
it was
sass.
originally supposed to be.
I appreciated the sass of the ghost.
Yeah, me too. It was originally supposed to be haunted by a worm, but I couldn't figure out how to do that.
I'm glad you didn't.
So. One of my friends came up with the idea and told me to write, because we used to do that. We would come up with ideas for each other to write. But that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. So now we have one last story/dream. And this is finally coming back to one of the dreams that we cut from my original dream story.
Do you know what time it is?
Trigger warning time?
It's 6:25.
Oh. So do I save this?
I think you should save it.
Wow. Ben's gonna be pissed. But I think I should also save it. It's been about 48 minutes. Yes. This is a good episode. I don't have an outro.
Follow us on social media. Nat, tell them where they can find us on Instagram and TikTok.
Wading into the void.
And we're no longer sharing Twitter. So,
No, because we don't do anything with that. We don't support Twitter.
That's what we're going to leave it at today. Until next time, our Phantom fam. Do not set up hunting cams in your bedroom. That's a little suspicious. Because you don't know what you might catch. Or maybe that's what you're hoping for. Don't ever ask us our opinion on Jesus and God, because you might not like what you get. And most importantly, don't ever get too attached to a golden yo-yo.
Because if you die, you're going to haunt that shit.
Bye, everybody.
Okay. Bye.